All right, looks like we are live. Hello, hello. You are tuned in to the Katie Talk 101 show. And I came with this really quick live to update you on the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case. Actually, there is a possible plea deal in the making. They're hoping for a plea deal. So it's in a situation where they're really trying to avoid all of the details of the case to come out. So that's a big reason why they're trying to avoid that. His actual lawyer, who is Sean Holly, Sean Holly actually appeared at the hearing today by phone, and he's going to have a decision made by that time whether he wants to go ahead with the preliminary hearing or whether he's going to take the plea deal. So he's actually going to let you know the next court date is actually November the 3rd, and then the hearing where it will be decided whether there will be a preliminary hearing or the plea deal will just go into the making. That's all going to be decided on November the 3rd. So as you guys know, this case has been going on since July. It's been going on since July of 2020, where they were at a Hollywood party, and once they left the party, the Stallion, the big rapper, the one of the biggest rappers in the world right now, actually Megan Thee Stallion, was shot in the foot. And later on, weeks later, she claimed that it was Tory Lanez that shot her. We're not really for sure, but we're gonna see. What's up with you, Money Boy Trey? Welcome to the chat. He said, "Gang, Katie, what it do? What it do? What it do?" But yes, we're gonna see what's gonna be going on. Sean Holly, I don't know if you guys know, but Sean Holly is actually one of the lawyers that represent different things for the Kardashians. So that's one of his lawyers in his defense. And when it comes to the preliminary hearing, like I said, they actually want to, I think really they want to do a plea deal, but you got to think if there's a preliminary hearing had, looking at the fact that most of the people out here in the media, in the industry, they have already rendered him guilty, because usually if the media gets off into cases like this, and then you have a woman and you have a man, you know, and then you have this woman with this big time record label, Jay-Z record label, and then you have Tory Lanez, who is an independent artist. Most of the time, people are going to side with what they call the winning team. Sometimes people don't know, they don't actually know whether, it's the truth or whatever. I'm online. Just hit me up if you want to get online, but I'm gonna hit you back.
Okay. Well, you gotta send me the link.
Yeah, it's in your text message. Check it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's Kimmy Blanco. So be joining us in the show and let us know what she think about the situation. What do you guys think? I'm gonna have to probably do a poll or something. Do you think he's actually guilty of this, or do you think maybe Meg Thee Stallion team are actually pushing to not get that preliminary hearing because they feel like a lot of details about the case that they probably don't want out may end up getting out? And I just don't think they want everything to get out, and they're trying to hold back. And I think it's in a case where everybody has really rendered him guilty anyway. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Cocoa Butter Barbie. I love that name. Ooh, honey, that's the kind of name where people would be like, ooh, what they look like. People would be like, what they look like. But yes, I think it's in a situation where some people will be scared to go to trial in days like this. And looking at this situation, it may be in its best interest to get that plea deal, because if the preliminary hearing is had, it's going to be messy. All of the details about what happened that night are going to come out. And it's going to be a situation where I think some people you welcome, girl. I think some people may end up kind of looking at Megan sideways. I think it'll be a situation like that, or like a situation where people will look at some situations in both stories and see maybe some half truths or some not truths in some of the things that people said. I don't know, but I just feel like if it's a situation where I'm not guilty of something and I have the money and the time to fight it because I know I'm not guilty, I just can't speak for myself. You know, every situation is different though. But I just say if you're not guilty, never plead guilty, because this is a stain that will follow you forever. But I can understand when a person is facing 22 years in the penitentiary and they're took away from their life, their children. It's something to really think about. You sit there and, you know, we hear about people getting railroaded in our system every single day, and we just kind of think like, what would I do if I was in this situation? You're in your 20s and somebody offering you a possible 20 years of your life took from you, and it's a sticky situation. And I think when it comes to this situation, looking at both sides, both people are at risk of losing something, because I think if it's found out, let's say if this didn't happen, if he didn't do that to her, people will be looking at Megan sideways, and it could cost her some things in her career. Then on the other side, people thinking if he's pleading to something, something happened, he did something to her. So, you know, which one is it? In these songs and his music that he's dropping, you know, it's supposed to be another album dropping, basically saying that he's going to take the plea deal. So they are possibly talking about it. He's dropping another album. I'm going to see what that album's going to be like. I'm actually gonna start kind of cranking up and just talking on my station. And I do have a station here where I listen to other people. And shout out to my radio. I ended up she was the first one that I heard that broke this story, and then some hours later after she did, I seen some other publications ripped it up, like I think it's called Run It Up, and the Rolling Stone picked up on it a few hours after she did it, and it was a Yahoo. They ended up picking up on the story as well. So I was like, yeah, it's a situation where both parties are at risk of losing something or affecting their careers somehow. Okay, getting off into the article. It says that Tory Lanez, he's possibly striking a plea deal in the felony assault case involving Megan Thee Stallion. On Thursday in Los Angeles, the prosecutors revealed that the meaningful discussion are underway that could resolve the case and actually avoid the preliminary hearing with the witnesses. We're in possible settlement discussing LA County deputies, district attorneys, and this is Kathy. They ended up telling the Rolling Stone after the hearing was over. If no settlement is reached by the next court date, which is November the 3rd, a preliminary hearing will occur. And it says sometime in December. So the next court date is November 3rd. And then after that, sometime in December, they will be having it, the full court date. And it says that Lanez was charged with a felony assault in the shooting of the Savage rapper in her foot after they ended up leaving a party in Hollywood Hills. And this happened on July the 12th in 2020. And he pleaded not guilty, and he's out on bond. He's out on bond of custody, and this is on a $250,000 bail. He faces up to 22 years in prison if he is convicted. And prior to the Thursday hearing, Tory cryptic tweets It's been real. It ended up hitting Instagram. However, the source of Rolling Stone that his social media activity had nothing to do with a criminal case. And later they laughed on the speculation. So he ended up laughing at he posted some picture and it was saying me at the house. Watching ends on Twitter celebrate and thinking that I'm going to jail. So, he just kind of came back, and his cryptic tweets. And it was so crazy, you guys. When I ended up tweeting that day, when he posted that, I mean, it was like little images of Megan down twerking, talking about Tory going to jail, little images like that, and just a little meme saying you going to jail now. And it was crazy how people can just sit up there and jump up and down just because you think a man going to jail. That's so despicable to me. It's very despicable to me. And I just think for you to sit back and be so happy when somebody else go to jail, you never know what situation may pop up with you, your sister, your brother, your child. You just never know. So just be really slow before you start celebrating somebody's downfall. That's what I think. So this is what he posted. He said, me at the house, watching ends on Twitter, celebrate me go to jail. That looked like Wiz Khalifa. Let me see. Let's see. People act so silly and they want to be grown. Yeah, they want to be grown. And then those be the first people that be hollering, I'm grown, I'm grown. If you grown, you don't have to keep telling people that you grown. Oh, okay. So he just eating and he just chilling. He just chilling while everybody think he is locked up. That's crazy. But I just know, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I know he did. I know he had to learn something from this situation. Looking at the situation, I never, I know I am a Black woman, but I never really felt like he did it. I don't know why. It's just something tell me that I don't feel like he did it, but I really don't know because I wasn't there. But at the same time, I feel like it's a reason why one of the defense on one side want to avoid this hearing, because when the trial is had, there's so much going to come out. And when I say so much, all the questions that everyone had concerning this case. First of all, people want to know, what were you arguing about? What were you arguing about? And just really me thinking in my imagination, I know this isn't the courtroom, but me thinking that she was walking away when she got injured in her foot, and looking at that fact that she was walking away. So I'm like, was there like a hit thrown? Did somebody hit somebody and walk away? Or was somebody acting like did somebody say something really crazy, turn around and walk away? I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. But yes, so there was a hearing and discussions of a possible plea is actually in the making. I'm actually most definitely going to come back. This was just a really quick live. And shout out to Millie at the mob because she got the lowdown on everything. Shout out to the mob. As a matter of fact, shout out to the mob most definitely. And I just believe that if stuff come out about this case, I have a feeling someone is trying to avoid having egg on their face. Someone, and I don't know, it could be him, or it could be her. But yes, I just want to come with that quick one. Thank you for the few people that did come in and check in. You guys make sure you hit that like. If you're able to, make sure you share. And please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I come with a lot of breaking news. We have Halloween coming up. And I've been looking into some stories that's around my hometown. And I'm most definitely going to make a visit to a haunted house. I'm going to make a visit to a haunted house. So you guys most definitely don't want to miss that because I have some very fun and spooky things coming up. We have lots of fun haunted houses around here in my town. So I'm going to visit a few and we're going to have some spooky fun. So you most definitely don't want to miss it. So make sure you tap that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you will receive notifications every time I upload a video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I am signing out. Katie Talk 101.